Hey guys, welcome back to The Horror with your hostess with the most, Annabelle. As always, welcome back, welcome back. Before I jump into the subject for today, I wanted to show off a quick gift, I guess, a nice little gift that one of you guys actually sent me. Rich over at the Ugly Red Source of All Evil. He has been following me literally since I feel like day one of my channel. Big supporter. He's awesome. Go check him out. He actually sent me, I actually received this in mail yesterday, although when this is posted, it's probably going to be like closer to like a week, but he actually sent me a multi-feature double pack of Wishmaster and Wishmaster 2. I think in one of my clue videos, I think I kind of made a comment of like, oh, I really enjoy the Wishmaster, especially the first one. Said that I didn't have it. He was so nice enough to go ahead and send me a copy. So, Rich, thank you so much. I watched the first one last night, and I love it for all its cheesy qualities. Maybe I will do a review on it one of these days. Probably will. But anyway, Rich, thank you so much. It was so kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But anyway, on to what we are talking about today. If you can tell by the title of this video, we are diving into now, actually I should say we're continuing our Friday the 13th marathon franchise review. We are starting up with our first movie under the New Line company and everything, and that is Jason Goes to Hell. I just have to state right now, you guys, this is going to prove my love for you guys going forward with this franchise, because even with some of the god-awful sequels we had under Paramount, to me, everything that New Line did, I don't know how they were able to do this, but they really made the rest of the movies for this franchise complete and utter crap. So let's dive into it. Where to even begin with this one? Where to begin? I don't even know. I guess let's start at the beginning. So the FBI is hunting down Jason. Like, where on earth did that even like come into play? Like, where, like, after all these years, they're finally coming after Jason. Like, he's Hitler. I don't even know. Like, what? But apparently, according to IMDb, I usually don't go on there for like my reviews and stuff. I like to kind of just give you my like utmost or my straightforward opinion. But I kind of saw in one of the trivia portions or whatever that I guess there was a series of comics that linked part 8 to Jason Goes to Hell, kind of explaining how and why the FBI are suddenly after Jason and are hunting him and kind of set up the scenario and everything. I was not aware of that. It's something I wouldn't mind kind of maybe checking out. Maybe I'll enjoy this one a little bit more. I don't know. But yeah, so we got that. It's a little questionable. I feel like it's kind of like, really, you're gonna have the FBI after him, whatever. But I gotta give them credit that they used the perfect bait. They used a very beautiful, well-endowed woman. By the way, beautiful hair. I know that's kind of like the biggest gripe. Everyone notices her hair, and they should be looking at her boobies. She has nice boobies. I'm jealous of her boobies. I'm just saying. But anyway, so there's just so many things about this movie that it just like body swapping. Apparently, all this time, Jason has been able to kind of body swap with people, and hence the reason why we have gotten this all of a sudden out of left field is, according to the director Adam Marcus, from, I think they may have kind of mentioned this in the His Name is Jason documentary, but I know for a fact the Crystal Lake Memories documentary, he specifically stated that, I guess, Sean Cunningham told him when he was brought on to do this movie that he just wanted to have the hockey mask off Jason. He hated it. Sean Cunningham, in both documentaries was never like filmed saying that. So I don't know how much of that is true. I think maybe Adam just kind of wanted an excuse to have his own little story. I mean, honestly, too. I mean, it's not even a bad idea. The whole like body swapping. I feel like we have had that obviously in previous movies and movies since Jason Goes to Hell. I mean, I have no problem with that. I think that sort of concept, I think is a really good story and everything. Just not for a Jason character. It's like. And then, of course, in order to, after Jason's killed by the FBI and everything, um, uh, the one corner or whatever, he eats his heart or whatever, Jason's heart, because why not? It looks so appetizing. That's how, Jason kind of gets into someone else's body, takes them over to cause more destruction. It's just like, what? So Jason, in his new coroner's body, goes on like a killing spree and everything, kills everyone in the place and everything. Like that is just so right off the bat, like what the frick, man. It's weird. But the nice thing about this though is that there is, I guess, sort of a cameo by Kane Hodder. As we all know, plays Jason for 4 movies, including this one, where he's the security guard. And the quote that he has, I love this quote. He says, as the coroner's walking by with Jason inside him, that sounded dirty, I know, says, oh, don't worry, he ain't nothing but a big old pussy anyway. Right. Yeah, say that to Jason's actual face, dude. I'd like to see you say that. Although he kind of did. But yeah, it's whatever. And also too, so the coroner kills all these people now he's missing, and everyone, like, why wouldn't you think that the coroner wasn't a suspect? Like, everyone's just like, oh, he's missing. The first thing I would think of with a logical brain in my head, whatever, I would think like, oh, coroner just kind of snaps and decided to go on a killing spree and now ran off. Nope, gotta be Jason. Like, you just killed Jason. You just said that you killed Jason. God, sorry, you guys. I swear this movie is just like, it is so much for me. I'm just saying. And something else too. Like, there's so many things that were thrown into this movie out of left field that we never had throughout the franchise, such as Jason's got a sister. Yeah, Jason's got a. Where on earth did Jason get a sister? Kind of very similar to Freddy's Dead. New Line obviously seems to enjoy, if it's going to be the last one, you're going to kill off your character. Hey, let's introduce a new character. Let's introduce a new sibling. Because very much like in Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy's Dead, that one, suddenly Freddy's got a daughter. Although Freddy, a little more believable that he might have a daughter that was never spoken of. Little weird, even though he kind of tried to have a son in part 5, but I digress. But I just think it's kind of weird that all of a sudden there is a sibling when we still have no idea who Jason's father is. Let's tackle that issue before introducing, a sibling. We should have had, okay, we know who Jason's father is at some point, and then we could have found out that he had a half sibling or something. That would make a little more sense, instead of all this time, 9 movies later, suddenly there's another kid. It's weird. And also too, the house, the Voorhees house. Obviously, we know that, Pamela Voorhees, Jason, had to have lived somewhere at some point at a house. And they have this nice house, I'll be honest. But the thing is, at this point, Jason's been dead for how many years? Mrs. Voorhees at this point has been dead for quite a number of years. There's still shit in the house. Like a little dusty, a little dirty and everything, but I would have thought that at some point they would have had like an estate sale and gotten rid of everything. I don't know, or at least like trashed the stuff, like thrown in a dumpster or something. Like, weird. Something else I kind of find interesting, because obviously we all know that like Crystal Lake and everything is in New Jersey and everything, takes place in New Jersey. But at the beginning of the film, when they bring in the blown up body of Jason, it's in Ohio. Like, what is it, Youngstown or something? It's somewhere in Ohio, and it's kind of like, why did you have to bring him all the way to Ohio to do an autopsy on him? Like, I don't understand that. I really don't. And I know at some point someone said something about like, oh, I think it was like Rusty Schwimmer's line where she was like, oh yeah, people are going to want to come to his hometown to, well, no, because they were in Crystal Lake. Never mind, I'm thinking about that right now. So I don't even know why Ohio is suddenly there. I'm thinking the only thing I can think of is maybe for the whole, like, Freddy connection, because obviously Freddy is from Springwood, Ohio, over on Elm Street. And we all know at the end we got Freddy's claw coming up and grabbing the mask and everything, but it just seems a little weird that you would take, a deceased body from one state to another to do an autopsy. Like, really? Really? God, there's just so many things that Adam Marcus just, like, fucked up with this. And that's the thing. I feel like this is why I really don't like the New Line Friday 13th, because I feel like they just kept getting directors that, like, fucked up the movies in the franchise. Yeah, I said fucked up. YouTube, you can fucking suck a bag of dildos, man. Just saying. By the way, we're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that a saying. Suck a bag of dildos. So go ahead. I already gave Jen over at Jen's Reviews from the Grave to go ahead and say that. So, but no, there's so many things in this movie that. And then, of course, another thing that we have in this, and I guess this is kind of why we have, like, the sibling and everything, is that you needed a blood relative to finally take down Jason. Like, that's the secret. You need the special dagger. You need to be, part of the bloodline and everything, which is a little weird because it's not like you have to, like, cut yourself and then stab Jason or anything. Anyone could be holding this damn thing and kill him. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. So, John D. LeMay's character could have killed him. Stephen Williams' character, Creighton Duke, could have killed him. And that's the other thing. Creighton Duke. I really do like Creighton Duke. I like the character and everything. But once again, where the hell has he been? He looks like the guy from Part 4 searching for his sister, looking like he's been searching for Jason for years. Stephen Williams basically is admitting he's been looking for Jason for years. Where the hell has he been? Continuity, people. Continuity. Seriously, this is another perfect prime example of how inconsistent the continuity is in the Friday 13th franchise. Like, where the hell did Stephen Williams comes from? I don't know. But no, I mean, I do like the Creighton Duke character, like I said, but it does take a little something away because, like I said, he has not been mentioned, brought up, nothing in any of the movies of Friday 13th up to this point. I know a lot of us feel, and I do agree with this, that maybe it should have been Tommy Jarvis making another return to the series as a character, regardless of if we had gotten, like, Corey Feldman, Tom Matthews, or the other gentleman, I can't remember his name, from Part 5, I'm sorry, who did a wonderful job in that. Even if we didn't get one of those actors to come back and reprise the role, but instead, like, recast it for a fourth time, I think we would have been okay with that. But it just, uh, like that's the thing. There's no really explanation for any of this. And honestly, like once again, I mean, I know, I've said this in a couple of these videos that it's, a lot of these were just kind of shot, really no character development or anything, but there are certain situations, such as this, where give us a little bit of explanation of where some of these characters are coming from, like Creighton Duke, like Jason's sister and granddaughter and or not granddaughter, niece and like great niece and everything. Like, give us some explanation, please, to kind of make all the pieces fit. Especially too, like Creighton Duke, it's not like he was the man in black from the Halloween series that we saw in part 5 and part 6 and everything, where it was kind of like someone introduced, even if they may not have known what they were going to be doing with that character, or that character was just kind of there. Like, he came out of left field, as with the sister and stuff, and the niece and the great niece and everything. It just, um, I don't know. Something and as much as I'm kind of trashing this movie, because I really don't like, enjoy this at all. Like I said, pretty much from here till the remake and everything, I cannot like really stand these movies at all. I hardly ever watch them. As a matter of fact, I don't even own, and as much as I'm like a completionist, I don't even own a copy of Jason X. I actually had to rent that from my library. I really don't even like watch the New Line Friday 13th, like hardly ever. Like honestly, I watched this a few days ago, or yesterday actually, a few days ago when I actually post this. And honestly, this was the first time in, I would say probably like 2 years, if I had to guess, since I've watched this. Like I watch it so infrequently just because it's so like, and every time I do watch it, I'm always like, you know what? I'm too hard on it. I'm too hard on it. But then I watch it and I'm like, it sucks. But yeah, I mean, I get like some of the things, like they couldn't do flashbacks or use stock footage from previous Friday the 13th for obvious reasons. I'm sure, I mean, I think even now there's still a lot of legal battles between Paramount and New Line on like if New Line does a movie of Friday the 13th. Very difficult for them to be able to use some of the footage from Paramount and everything. So, like, I get that, I understand it, but you can at least recreate it. I'm just saying. But no, I mean, honestly, if I truly did have to like rank these movies, like Jason Goes to Hell, like I don't even, once again, I don't even know. Like I would have to say probably the last 4 of the movies would have to be literally in this order. Probably the remake, the very very last movie that I enjoy, then probably Jason X, then probably Jason Goes to Hell, then probably Freddy versus Jason. Like that's how my like least favorite would go for. So, but yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I can't even. And honestly, really, the only things I kind of really like about this movie, some of the special effects I do like when Jason passes along himself to someone else. I like that like the bodies literally just sort of like melt. They literally just melt and like drip like flesh and stuff just dripping and everything. It does feel a little bit more like a Hellraiser type of moment. But it's still a pretty good effect and everything. It's got a couple of like cool effects, or like that kid at the diner, his arm breaks and like the bone comes popping out. That's another good kill. And then 2 characters that I do enjoy, aside from Creighton Duke, 2 of the characters that I really, really enjoy is the Rusty Schwimmer character. She's got some great lines in this. Some of them actually ad-libs, such as when they come to pick up the baby and, she stands there and she's like, no, it's going to touch that fucking ray of sunshine. I love it. I love that line. And then her like husband in the movie, Leslie Gordon, they play off off each other so well. Like, he's such a, like, anytime he comes up in anything, I really enjoy him. They play off so well in this movie and everything. Do a really good job. But really, that's the only thing I really enjoy about this movie are those three characters, really. So, uh, but yeah, you guys, this movie just blew big time. So, let me know what you guys think of Jason Goes to Hell. I know some of you might actually really enjoy this movie. I respect that, you guys. If you do like it, I'm not going to be trolling you about it. I just don't really like it. But anyway, you guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.